And then upstairs it was cold. Uh, where kids slept, where we all slept.
How many rooms was in the house?
I think we had 3 bedrooms.
2 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
think
was a 200-year-old house. Part of it had been collapsed. This part had been remodeled
it was,
completely.
I think they call them 2 uppers and 2 downers. And then it'd been a bunch of of um, like apartments, 2 up or 2 down. Then next to it, 2 up, 2 down, 2 rooms upstairs, 2 downstairs, 2 rooms upstairs, 2 down. And somebody had taken 2 of these and made it into one. And then so it was like two of these. And so we had a real nice a little kind of a drawing room that we seldom used. It's where we had a real nice fireplace. We never used it as a fireplace. They had a little teeny one about this deep, about this wide. And it was really surprising. I didn't think it'd do anything. But it did heat the room. We didn't have a fire in there too often because we had the boiler and it had the water circulating, and it did keep the house warm. I was
Had radiators.
radiators in all the rooms.
But the big room, you remember the big living room? We just closed the door.
We didn't go in there very often.
We used the kitchen and the dining room and there wasn't a bathroom downstairs.
No.
It was the bathroom upstairs and the 3 bedrooms.
So I don't know how they had converted it. I think that there was a little bay window, and somebody said that had been the front door, but they had taken and put a bay window there instead of the front door, and our door was at the back.
Like you said, out in the yard, they had pear trees and they had good fruit on them, but we couldn't get to it. They were too high. Plus it was overgrown and it was stinging nettle. You couldn't walk in there.
Plus, when the fruit was ripe, they were full of bees. The bees ate all the pears. Beautiful pears, but you couldn't reach them. The ladder wouldn't reach them. They're way up there, way up there. And then the apples, we had a bunch of apple trees, but they were funny looking apples. Looked like donuts. Just, I took some to school, and the kids enjoyed them. They really liked them. In fact, one of the boys said, "Mr. Ross, tell us where your place is." And when the boys will come and get those apples, and I said, "No, I don't think the Gilberts would really like you to know where they live." Oh, but what I thought was also, we didn't really use it, but in connection with this place, this property, there was a barn, a rock barn that had a rock roof, and I could see that cleaning that out, that would really be a fun little place to have or something. But it had all kinds of junk in it. It was really junky on the floor, and so we very seldom would even go in there.
Yes, I think I remember the greenhouse and the kind of the yard and stuff. A little bit of the house. I can remember the stairs.
I remember across the road was that big oak tree right across the road, but also all those fields they planted peas, and after they had harvested them, they grew the peas, which they let them mature really all the way, and they made mushy peas out of them. And I asked somebody, I said, "Well, could we go get some of the younger peas?" Sure, I didn't think they'd mind. So after they had harvested them, there were some of the smaller peas, which really green, fresh peas, nice peas. So we picked a bunch and had peas for a couple of meals or one meal. I don't know how much. Didn't have too much. No.
Cool. Anything else?
You remember Guy Fawkes Day?
I remember about it. I don't remember.
I think it was around Halloween, or it was November, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was November.
And across the street, they had a big bonfire, put potatoes in, roasted them, but this Guy Fawkes
Because he tried to blow up Parliament or something. He tried, and so this is in memory of this guy Fox who tried to destroy England and
So they'd make
get rid
a scarecrow type thing
effigy of him.
and put it up on top of the haystack or whatever they were burning in piles of rubbish. I could
Branches, a lot of wood.
light it on fire and have a big celebration. Okay, I think that's enough for you.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay.